everybody, it's Melissa from Buckeye Girls Reason Things. This is a Fun Day Friday collaboration with Tiffany from Broke Girls Aesthetics and Leah from Junk Neckers. I hope you enjoy my video on how to paint pumpkins. If you didn't know, I do a lot of fall festivals, so this time of year I'm painting tons of pumpkins and tons of snowmen. So if you stay too long in Melissa's house right now, you may either have a pumpkin or a snowman painted on you. So I thought this would be a fun video to learn how to paint pumpkins. Okay, let's start by drawing a pumpkin. I draw a pumpkin like you draw a heart, only make the bottom rounded. And that knot messed me up. So I'm going to go over here and draw another one. And the good thing is I'm painting over it, so I'm going to start painting it. I have two flat brushes that I'm going to end up using. I know I'm going to use these two sizes. And for my paint palette, I like to use tin foil. And I'm going to start with a little orange. And this is just, it says orange from Craft Smart, but you can get the orange of your choice. Whatever you think pumpkin orange is to you. And then I'm going to just start making a pumpkin. Need to get some of the water out of the brush. And I'm going to just make a pumpkin. And if you go outside your lines, that's okay. This is just the base coat anyway. And the bad thing about orange is you normally need multiple coats. And orange and yellow. So if you think you messed up, it's okay. Let it dry. You'll have to do another coat to get everything covered anyway. There's our first coat of orange. Okay, let's paint our pumpkin next door. And remember, all pumpkins don't have to be orange. This pumpkin's going to be white. So I'm going to just Seems like I draw my pumpkins on and then somehow they get bigger as I paint them. If you don't have a wood canvas like this one, you can paint these and put them in stacks on just a board and put the word fall in them and make a porch leaner. You can buy canvases as cheap as $1 at the Dollar Tree if you want to do them for fall. So don't think just because I have a wood canvas that you have to have one too. You can always use a regular canvas and do the same thing I'm doing. Okay, I painted 2 coats of the orange, and as you can see, it's still transparent and still has the dark color coming through. So I'm going in and giving it another coat. And when you do this, if you use acrylics, get a trusty hairdryer to dry it quicker, to make your project go faster, so you don't have to wait so long between coats. And you can always use a baby wipe to wipe the orange off that you get on your white. Or we will be cleaning it up later because we will be adding highlights to the pumpkins. Okay, here my white's dry. And I got a little bit of orange on it. This is just a wet baby wipe. See how that cleans that right up? And what it doesn't, you can go up back and do highlights in the area to make it go where you made your boo-boos go away. Or this will probably need another coat of white, so that'll take care of the mistakes. Okay, this is orange acrylic paint. I've done 6 coats now. This is white paint. I have done 2 coats. And I'm going to finish it off with the last coat. And this is flat white house paint. This is why when I paint projects for my husband and I to go to festivals, I steer towards the flat white house paint because I can get my projects painted in half the time as using acrylics. Because I want a good coverage, and I paint multiples, so I want to get it done and go on to the next. So 'tis the season for me to paint hundreds of pumpkins. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is go on to the stem. Everybody else thinks spring. I think it's time to paint pumpkins. And this is spring green is what I chose for the stem. And while I have the spring green out, I'm going to get a little bit of white on my brush. Little bit of white. And a little bit of green. And it's time to make the marks for the pumpkin. And this is a point I always go, ooh, I messed it up. It always looks better when you go in with your brush and blend it. And then on this one, on the orange one, I'm going to add some brown and some spring green. This is just, it's labeled brown on the acrylic paint. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dip one corner into the brown, one corner into the spring green, like this. Oh, where can you see it? See, one in the green, and then I'm going to just take and wipe this down across my palette. Then I'll start here and go. Okay. I'm going to wipe out my brush that had the white on it. Put it in my orange. And then I'll just go back through and blend that out. And the fun part is you can